and welcome back to the channel. Josh and Brandy Helm here. It's an exciting time again because we're bringing you another finished tour Barndominium. And you guys that have been following us for some time know what this is all about. It's an opportunity for us to be able to show you some of the finished work that we build with our Barndominium homes. So let's tell them a little bit about what we got going on here.
All right, so today we got a 2-for-1 special. We got two houses. One's going to be like a guest house, one's a main house. The main house is 1,000 square foot of living with a 900 square foot shop. We've just got a small porch on the front and about a 200 square foot porch on the back. The guest house is a little bit smaller in the square footage on the living. It's 840 square foot, but it's got large porches, a 350 square foot porch on the front and on the back to overlook this beautiful property.
Yeah, and they dug a pond actually early on in the project, so we were able to kind of use some of that to help build up some of the other site work that we had to do out here. But it's been a process just making all this happen. I think the goal here is one is going to be kind of a mainstay, another one's going to be sort of an investment type property, and the client had quite a few ideas, but it was just he was going for a smaller efficiency style, and that's what we've got going on here. So color schemes, we got black roofs with black trim, and just keeping it simple is the white PBR style panel for our wall trims. So not only are today's two structures built for efficiency with the air tightness and everything the way that we normally build, but today's video is sponsored by Cooper and Hunter, which is a longtime partner of the channel. But here today we're using the variable speed systems, which are multi-zone HVAC systems, where we are able to go up to 5 zones. Now, we don't need that many zones on this build. We only have like 3 zones on the main house, and then we have 2 zones on the guest quarters that we built. So these two structures are both using the Cooper and Hunter multi-zone high efficiency variable speed units, which is great, and it's keeping the cost down low because anytime you can use a variable speed unit, it means that you don't have the great demand on your electric bill. So that's what it's about, as well as these systems will dehumidify, and they will kind of ramp down and just keep your air circulating constantly. So that's what is about for comfort. So we're excited about that. We're looking forward to showing you guys on the inside. Let's go check it out. All right, here we are on the interior of the main house, and this is approximately a 30-foot deep by 17.5-foot wide room, which is fairly good size when it comes to just a big open concept. Now, our wall heights, we actually have a little bit higher walls here with a 14-foot eaves and a 412 pitch on the roof line. Here you're seeing a little bit of that vault in here, but because we're using the Cooper and Hunter mini split systems, we're not having to have a lot of ducting and stuff like that that crosses the rooms. So here, it keeps it pretty simple.
I really like the high ceilings in here. It really makes the room feel even bigger than it is. We actually did a Duralax vinyl plank flooring. It's called Barnes Creek Oak. It's a light colored, it's kind of got some grays and some tans in it, but it definitely helps with, I think, the echo for sure.
Also, another thing this lighter floor can do is it helps brighten the room, maintaining some of that reflective light that you gain from a big open room like this with the windows and all of the natural light that's coming in. And also helping with that is our fireplace, and it works well together as far as a blend of the colors.
Yes, this is almost like the statement piece to this room is this nice, beautiful fireplace. It's a white Austin stone. It's a wood burning fireplace. And so anyhow, it looks really nice. It's going to make this room really cozy.
Now keep in mind when you're doing efficiency quarters, you don't want it to feel super cramped, but one thing that you can do, and this always helps as an effect, is have a little bit higher ceilings, whether it's in their bedrooms or in your main living areas, and this helps you to maybe not feel like you're in such a small area. Even though we have a pretty good sized room here, we were able to take the fireplace stone all the way up to the ceiling, which helps kind of draw your eye to a little bit more of an open space.
So one great thing about our barndominiums is our kitchens. We love these kitchen spaces. They can be customized. There's so much that you can do in these areas because they're just wide open spaces. But first, we've got a beautiful island here, which is going to serve as the main dining area. You can do some bar stools here. We've got a nice level 1 granite that's called beige butterfly. It's got some nice browns and blacks and tan colors in it. We've got a beautiful stain on these cabinets. It's a dark walnut. Also in this island, we have our trash drawer and lots of other cabinet space and drawers for storage. But one thing I love in this kitchen is these 9-foot cabinets. I'm not going to be able to reach in the top, but you can definitely store lots of things in there. So on our countertops, we have again the beige butterfly on this side as well. And we've actually done the granite insert for the window sill for the window that's overlooking the sink into the front yard. We've got a nice stainless steel farm sink with the black faucet that complements the black hardware we have on the cabinets. Here they've done a black dishwasher. So in this kitchen, we don't actually have a full-blown pantry, but we do have a corner cabinet pantry with lots of space all the way up for any kind of food items, canned goods, all those good things. We'll tuck away nicely in this area. Then for our range, we have a nice stove here with a vent hood above. And we've got that cabinet is going to step up just a little bit from the others, which gives it a nice dimension, but that's basically to accommodate our vent hood. So then we have our nice wrapped area for our refrigerator. You'll have to pardon our smaller refrigerator here. They've got a bigger one coming, but for the video purposes, we've got a smaller one here. But the nice wrapped cabinet with the cabinet above, which gives you tons of storage. And in an efficiency barn, though, you need places to store things. So we've got lots of options here for storage.
So coming through this corridor between these two bedrooms, we do have a little bit of a shelf space that we're doing here off this hallway. Now this could easily be a little coat closet, but I think the size of it is what's kind of squelching our ability to be able to put a typical size door. So this is, could it be a cabinet, or the open shelves I think works better for that. But between the two bedrooms, we have a full-size bathroom, which is basically giving us a 4-foot vanity, which is more of that beautiful oak cabinet. And we've got that granite countertop that you saw in our kitchen space. Here we have an undermount rectangular sink, and we've got the black mat faucet. We're doing a complete wood framed mirror here, which I like to do in the bathrooms. It helps makes them feel a little bit bigger when you have a bigger mirror. And then we have a 3-light bar light up above, which looks really nice, oil rub bronze, matching all the rest of the hardware in this bathroom. We have an upper cabinet, which could easily be a floating shelf over the toilet space. And we're continuing our vinyl plank floor through this room. Now there is a transition here. Sometimes people ask us about that, but we do have a metal transition between our tile and our vinyl plank. This is a beautiful tile that's like an 8x24 white tile that goes all the way up to the ceiling. You're seeing more of that smaller square tile that we're using for the floor pattern here. It's really smooth. I think this is the same tile we use on our backsplash in the kitchen too, which is not uncommon to see that happen. Also, we have the black mat hardware that we're using on the wall space, as well as a rain head, but it's one of the wall mounted rain heads that we're using in the shower. We do have some grab bars in here, as well as the spray wand that allows you to easily clean the shower. One thing I'll note is that this is a curbless shower, allowing for you to use for smaller, maybe wheelchair accessibility, or for ease getting in and out. So that's a great feature to have. I like that when we have the light in here with the white tile, it really makes it feel bright. And another thing we're doing is giving you that open feel with the full glass, which is a frameless glass that we're using for the hardware, and the black mat rail to match the rest of it.
For our first guest bedroom, since we don't have a designated master, I'm going to call them both a guest bedroom, but we have a 14 by 11 space we've got the continued vinyl plank flooring in here as well. For our wall color, we have a Sherwin-Williams Dover white with an alabaster trim color. We've got a couple of windows here. This one's got a beautiful view of the pond in the back. And we have a closet here, which is a great space with the auto light, the center cubbies with the upper and lower hanging. So in addition of the natural lighting we have in this room, we also have 4 can lights as well as a nice ceiling fan that has the wood looking blades that really complements the flooring.
So this is the other bedroom. Now, while most of the things in this room are fairly duplicated from the other room, there's a couple of differences. One is in the closet space, which as you can see, we've got this large amount of closets, and I'm going to have to shut one door to open another. But this is what this room serves as far as closet space. Now we do have a stackable cubby space in the middle that divides these two closets because you wouldn't really be able to access too many clothes in that spot. But this is a lot of closet that we got going on in here. We still got the natural light as well, so you can kind of configure this room however you want. It's about a 17 by 11, I believe, is the size of this room. But another thing that we have here is the 10-foot ceilings, which is keeping all of this natural light.
So a couple of key features that they have added to this shop space, which I'm really glad that they did, is the utility sink, which makes it great if you're working outdoors. You can come through here, rinse your hands, whatever you might need to do. But it also goes along with our little toilet space area. So we have a half bath in the shop, which I love. I was so glad that they did this because it's nice to have if you're going to maybe have a party out here or if you're going to be working outside. You don't have to go inside and dirty things up on the inside. You can kind of keep everything located here in the shop. Also, since we didn't have really a space to do that on the inside, we have our laundry room is going to be out here in the shop, perfect for what it needs to be used for. We got the washer and dryer here with, of course, the storage space, the shelf up above. It's nice and climate controlled in here, so it's comfortable to do your laundry here if you needed to. You got to have a laundry room, but this one didn't have room for it on the inside, so we accommodated that here in the shop. So not only is this a great space saver, but it's also going to be a money saver as well because you're not going to have a finished room, the flooring and all the cabinets and things that would incur a cost for a large laundry room. But it's going to get the job done. It's a climate controlled space and you can do what needs to be done here.
Couple quick things to point out about our Cooper and Hunter wall mounted units that we're using in the living area is we're using our Olivia style, which is a brand new unit. Now this is a sleek black color. It's brand new on the market. This is something they just started offering, and I think it looks really nice in this area. Now for the bedroom areas, we're using our slim duct system, which is a concealed unit you can't see. It allows us to have less duct work and to work in a little bit smaller space, so you're not paying for a heavier duty unit. We're just using a 1-ton slim duct unit here, which allows us to cover the area of these 2 bedrooms and the bathroom. We have a standard return, which has a filter system on it, and we've got a wall mounted Wi-Fi adaptable control on the wall. Now I've been working with Cooper and Hunter for some time, and they're continually improving these products with the app as well as the controls from your phone. This is a great feature to have. Here on the back porch, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that we did differently on this build. We've got our decorative gables, which is something that we do a lot, but here we painted all of our steel black, so it kind of really helps to bring a contrast. But another thing that our client did is they upgraded to these security screens on the exterior of these homes, and I really like this. Like, this is maybe a great thing that you could do to kind of retrofit some of your barndominiums. But as you can see, there's a really good attachment to way that this seals all the way around, creating a great perimeter around. Also, the screen is offset off the wall, so it's not as much concern for maybe leaks and things of that nature. But another great thing about it, you don't notice, but these windows are white. So a lot of people that are trying to go for that darker window look, you might be able to retrofit your barn door as it stands and be able to have something like this. But Also, they open up with ease. So let's show you what do we got behind door number 2 there. Is none other than my beautiful wife. But this is the way that these screens function. So you can kind of get an idea of how it looks.
It would make it great for being able to clean your windows on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even have known that that window was open this whole time. Also, there's a lot of options, I believe, for around the doors. Like this is a great security screen door. And this is also open to the inside, allowing for a continual breeze. Now, this is a perimeter that we put around the build. This is something special that the client wanted. We're calling it a fire defense. It's, you know, if you can imagine creating a little bit of a border going all the way around the property, allowing for there to not be any connectivity between, say, grass or high grass. Here we don't have a lot of grass yet out here because of all the construction, but this was something that they added on. It also helps make the property look a little bit neater. Now you could also accomplish this with landscape beds and things of that nature, but this is what our client wanted to do here. Okay, we're coming through this guest home. Now, the dimensions on this overall build are approximately 29 by 29. So you're seeing things a little bit differently when it comes to the space for this room. But you still got a similar setup when it comes to your main kitchen, and then your living quarters obviously doesn't have the shop, but we have the big vaulted ceiling here, and we have the main thing that we do have in here are the bedrooms and bath. So we got a little bit smaller overall living space. So we're about 850 square foot for your living. We got 340 square feet of porches on the front and about that on the back. So you kind of got that moving flow coming front to back with a nice big size porch. A little bit smaller corridor between the two. You have one bedroom over here, one over here. And our bathroom is basically very much the same. We're using a little bit different tile here. This is a 12 by 24 tile for the shower, but it still looks really nice. All of the similar flooring and countertops throughout. But let me talk about what's a little bit different for this design, because over on the other house, we did have a laundry in the shop and had that great big shop. But here we don't have that. So we do have our laundry room right here. And this is off of one of the bedrooms. So you can see we've got the bifold doors and the closets here, which is still pretty good size. Big kind of walk-in closet, actually. A little more closet space here actually than I think we did have over there. Now this room might serve as an office or a bedroom, so you could kind of, I guess, fix that up however you wanted to. In this room, we've got a walk-in closet as well, and a little bit more cubby space, maybe not. Similar, I think, to the other one, but a lot more light when it comes to the window looking out over that pond. So I think there's some advantages, even though this room might be a little bit smaller. Now, here we're using a similar setup on our HVAC system that we use on the main house. We have our Cooper and Hunter, our slim duct system, which is a 1-ton unit, serves the bedrooms as well as our bathroom area. And then we've got a wall mount unit that is serving our main living and kitchen space. So nice big size porch. I think this serves an option for efficiency living that maybe you guys haven't seen before on our channel. But here I think our customer had the vision to be able to create some efficiency living where he could divide it up. And this is actually going to be more of a, I believe, a rental space or lease space for an investment type property.
But it also would be a great thing for maybe in-laws, or even if maybe your kids came home from college, have a place for them to have their own space. So I think it would be a great
That's
addition to
right.
have on any property, really.
Yeah, and you're both sharing this beautiful view when it comes to this open pond, which, you know, as you can imagine, you can create a lot of different feels out here. But we appreciate you guys being with us here on this windy day out here in Point, Texas. really close to Lake Tawakoni is where we're at. So I'm pretty sure that's why we're getting a lot of this open water wind, because we're real close by to the lake. But this has been our pleasure to bring you guys another finished tour video. We're really thankful to Cooper and Hunter for sponsoring this video. Always a pleasure doing business with them, as well as being able to install some of these great products that we're using on our Barndominiums. So I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brady Helm.
We're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Best.